Republican National Convention is underway in the US, with Donald Trump making multiple appearances. North America correspondent Catherine Diss joins us now from Washington. Catherine, g'day. So bring us up to speed on what's already happened.
Yeah, good morning, Joe. Look, as we know, the President is not one to waste an opportunity on camera, and he certainly hasn't shied away from that today. He broke with tradition and appeared at the first day of the Republican National Convention, where he more or less formally accepted the party's nomination for President following a roll call of the states and territories. Now, this was a surprise visit to Charlotte in North Carolina. It was not on his schedule, but as we know, the President certainly isn't conventional. He then proceeded with a 30-minute, fairly somewhat off-script speech to a small but raucous crowd, which we know he likes, where he attacked mail-in voting again. He talked up the economic comeback and also vaccine development. And that's certainly the sort of themes that we're going to expect to see over the next few days, Joe, as the Republican Party rolls out a number of different people to speak on their coverage. And he then toured a food bank factory in Charlotte as well and spoke to a small crowd again on the tarmac in North Carolina. Let's take a listen to some of what he had to say.
We have to be very careful because they're trying it again with this whole 80 million mail-in ballots that they're working on, sending them out to people that didn't ask for them. They didn't ask, they just get them. And it's not fair, and it's not right, and it's not going to be possible to tabulate, in my opinion. It's just my opinion.
And Catherine, what's expected tonight?
Well, this, Joe, is expected to be the Trump show from start to finish, which we've already seen a bit of a taste of that already. The President wanted a big, raucous crowd. Of course, that is not possible given the pandemic situation we're currently in, but the party is trying to recreate some of that atmosphere with smaller crowds. We are going to see themes around law and order, cancel culture and economic comeback. We'll hear from a number of MAGA stars, which is, of course, in reference to Make America Great Again, and also from some Republican heavyweights. We'll hear from Nikki Haley today, who is the former UN ambassador, and also Tim Scott, who is a senator from South Carolina. It's the party's only African-American senator. We'll also hear tonight from Mark and Patricia McCloskey. Now, that's the St. Louis couple who wielded guns at Black Lives Matter protesters outside their house as they walked past. Video of that incident, of course, went viral and really encapsulated the sort of tensions and deep divisions that we're seeing play out in America at the moment. So expect some more of those sorts of themes to come through, and the President is also expected to make another appearance tonight. But to give you a bit of a flavour of what we're expecting, let's take a listen to some of what Mike Pence, the Vice President, had to say.
Joe Biden and the Democratic Party have been overtaken by the radical left. Their agenda is higher taxes, socialized medicine, open borders, abortion on demand, and cutting funding to the men and women who serve in law enforcement at every level. Well, we're going to take our case to the American people. It's a case of lower taxes, free market economics, secure borders, right to life.
And Catherine, you mentioned tension over police shootings. Tell us what's happened in Wisconsin.
Yeah, yesterday evening, Joe, a 29-year-old man was shot 7 times in the back by a white police officer as he went to his car. He went from one side of the car to the other, and as he leant inside the vehicle into the front seat, that's when the confrontation broke out and he was shot several times. That, of course, has led to protests on the ground in Kenosha, Wisconsin overnight. It started fairly peaceful outside the scene of the incident, but then as darkness fell, it certainly did turn far more violent. Police and protesters clashed outside the local police station. Things were set on fire. Cars, we've seen an entire car lot of vehicles set alight. Also, emergency vehicles and police cars were also set on fire. Tear gas was fired in retaliation to that. And we've also heard today, it's been revealed that the 3 children of the 29-year-old who's been identified as Jacob Blake were actually in the back seat of that vehicle when that incident played out. And Benjamin Crump, who is a prominent civil rights lawyer here. He's also representing the George Floyd family and Breonna Taylor, both of whom have died in similar sort of incidents with police. He's now representing the family. He revealed it on Twitter today, where he said that the boys will be traumatised forever, adding that the officers were violating their duty to protect. And if history is anything to go by, Joe, we're sure to see more protests as darkness does fall again tonight. We're already hearing that there are protests planned for Washington, D.C., and there's no doubt that the president will try to capitalise on this and that message and theme that he's tried to portray to the American people, that if Joe Biden is elected president, that we will see lawlessness, chaos descend on the streets. We're certainly likely to hear some more of that tonight.
Yeah. OK, Catherine Diss reporting there from Washington.